Hello and welcome to She Talks Beauty, Business and Bread. Thank you for tuning in again, guys. Nice to see you. It's been a couple of weeks, and that's because I have been busy. It's wedding season in my life. I'm sure a lot more of you now are out and about, whether it's a wedding, whether it's birthdays, business events. The world is fully back out. And I am planning the biggest event of my life. And I'd like to think up until a couple of months ago, I was doing well. But the last month, the plates have had to be put down. I have had to let this event, the wedding, just take full priority. And I was speaking to my mentor a couple of days ago, and I said to her, I said, just can't seem to do everything that I need to do in the business anymore. It's not my brain's just not firing. Um, Probably because I'm waking up, I'm having dreams about the day and I'm thinking about little details that I might have missed. And she was like, yeah, this is like a pretty big life event in your life. She's like, it's gonna take priority. Um, but I don't know if you caught the episode where we were talking about the Mary and Martha, the different types of personality as women that we have and how we show up. I am definitely a Martha. My to-do list is like it gives me purpose. Yeah, I like to get that done. If the to-do list isn't finished, I have a conversation with myself and I give myself a real talking to. But in this season, that I would like to say has only started a couple of weeks ago. I had to give myself grace. And I just want to check that you, in your season, are giving yourself the grace that it requires, you know? And some of you might be coming out of a grace season and you've written down and you've said your affirmations over and over and over. And actually now it's time to, as my other mentor would say, bust a move. It's that season for you, because things are always shifting and changing. And oh my gosh, prayer has been such an integral part of my life. Exercise. Sometimes I'm exercising in the morning, sometimes I'm exercising in the day, then the evening, just to keep it straight, brisk walking. Um, I've pulled out the old waist trainer. I haven't used that thing for years, but as I said, my voice, like my mind has been consumed with like just that ultimate figure. I am wearing a beautiful dress that I've spent a lot of money on, and I want to look good. Let me tell you no lies. So this is a different episode. It's beauty heavy, guys, but this is because this is where I'm at. And I also wanted to come in here and do this and just say for the girls who are like me that that's also okay. It's okay for you to have a season that is consumed by the top priority thing in your life. Just like after this season, when I was speaking to my mentor, I said to her, I feel like I want to make sure family and my immediate because I've been so busy and just haven't really checked in the way that I should, like that I make sure that the next season, like those that mean a lot to me, that we're having lunch dates, we're talking and you know, we're just being in each other's presence, putting the phones down, because I know that that isn't needed in my life as well. But I just want to speak to that part of our lives. Like life is so busy these days. And I think when we have big things going on, it's easy to forget about those key things that are important. And I just mentioned, the two things that have been keeping me going in my routine, but also people having those amazing people around me that I get to vent to when I do eventually pick up the phone, um, because it's so important. My business mentors have their place and they are amazing. And they keep it rose tinted. They're like the cogs in the wheel behind the scenes when I show up for rose tinted financial services and all the training that I've been going on lately because the world is back out. But those people in your life that you can speak to, they are so important. Those people that are reminding me that, Ebony, you know what? You've been working hard, girl. You're looking good, right? So these last minute jitters, they keep them in proportion. And I wanted you to just be reminded again of how beautiful you are right now. And some of you may be working towards a goal, but I want you to love yourself through the process of the goal. Because there's been times for me trying to get the dress figure that thoughts just haven't been what they should be, even in my fitness class. And I'm on the second row, you know, um, because the first row is full of like the pros, you know, and I would like to think I'm like semi-pro and I look at their figures sometimes in a snapshot of a moment. My thoughts would dare to try and take me out of the beautiful moment that I have in my soul fit class, which is so fun. I'll put the details of my trainer in a minute. She does an amazing work in making it fun, but like high intense. In fact, I've got the class today, and I cannot wait for the energy. But let's come back. My thoughts digress, as you can see, and I have to just drag them back in because there might be a move that I can't do at 100% right now. But do you know what? I'm in the class, I'm working, I'm learning, and I will achieve what is my portion, what is for my life. Too many time is spent looking to the left and the right. I have been looking at bridal magazines for months. I picked my dress end of January. I was happy with it. I didn't see it for a few months because I was still looking on social media, in magazines. I had this crazy wobble a couple of weeks ago before I had what was like sort of my last ish fitting. And I was like, have I made the right decision? I think I'd looked at so much that it was just overload. And I think we do that in our lives. I think we get overloaded. I want to actually lay down a challenge. I love a good challenge of social media needs to be timed. Social media is a business space now. I've spoke about this before. It's a place to promote and advertise various agendas, positive, negative, for rest, for fun. It's a great space to go and seek out what you need or what you want. Some things aren't a need that are portrayed as a need. But I really want you to think about how much time you are spending looking. And I want you to actually spend more time just being and doing the things that you want and need to do because it has made the journey great for me in ways, ideas, even the person I'm basing my makeup on, that was social media. I was umming and ahhing about it. Something popped up. She was a very similar skin tone to me. She had a like beautiful but sort of light look going on. And I was like, that is a bit of me. Um, like I said, then with the dress, I digressed and it just went down the rabbit hole. And I was questioning when I had my second fitting, by the way, I was like, I've made the right decision. But that time in between where I was looking at so many, I got absorbed, right? So I want you to think about where you could be getting absorbed in your life, where you might have had a business idea, or you might have been hunting for the new job, you might have been putting in the work for the promotion, and you put the baton down. And you're at that space in between, like where I was waiting to go and see the dress again. I want you to go and make the appointment. I want you to go to the event. I want you to be back journaling. I want you to time how much time you are spending looking at others. And I want you to be putting in the work for you because that is how you are going to go to your next level. I always speak about the abundance of money that is out there because it's the truth. There are so many things now on the media about the cost of living crisis, which it is happening. But do you know what? There's also billions of pounds getting spent on hair and beauty, as I've exposed before. As women, no matter what, we are making sure that we look absolutely amazing when and wherever we are going. Yeah, especially when it's a big event. There's portions out there for some of you with gifts and talents. Well, for all of you, what am I on about? With gifts and talents, some in that industry is what I meant to say. Some of you are creative. I'm spending a crazy amount of money on balloons, right? I've even thought about learning how to do balloons from the amount I'm spending on this wedding. Makeup, the makeup artist that my friend is paying for me, amazing lady. She came. We've kind of done a trial, and just her communication and customer service, I'll recommend her. The makeup is one skill, but she's got other skills on that. Some of you have not honed in on the skills that you have. The skills that you have are transferable to other industries. You could be in a job right now and your side hustle is waiting for you, and somebody will recommend you just based on how you speak and the smile that you gave them when you're at work. And you just need to go on GoDaddy. I'm not sponsored by them. Or whatever website streaming it is, you can get free pages and just put your service up there and start getting your piece of the abundant pie. But it's going to come from you looking at what you are currently doing now, what you have now, and where can I show up? Because I'm telling you now, people are continually spending money. We live in a capitalist, consumerist society. So I don't want anyone being fearful of the cost of living crisis. I have had to watch my budget like never, like in the last 3 years, I have not had to be this stringent with every pound coming out and in. But I've still made sure I can get everything that I want and need for this amazing day. And we will do that. We will continue to do that. We are blessed enough to live in a first world society where we can prioritize how we look, how we want to show up. And people will always do that. Get your piece of the pie, but make sure that you are in a good space when you're doing it. Check in on where you're at. And if you are losing momentum and motivation, you probably just need a little bit of a break. You probably need to put one of the plates down, just like I had to. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again soon.